I would first of all say that ICT is everywhere, and definitely it has to come also be present in education. And as far as we are building a knowledge-based society, we need to make sure that trainees, I mean students, have required knowledge in ICT. We need to make sure that the total, I can say the teaching learning scenario are revolutionized to be led by ICT. So when you talk of smart classroom, we mean actually that we do not only provide computers to schools, but also we make sure that these computers are connected to internet, but also beyond internet, these computers should be actually being used. So they are not actually gadgets to be stored. They are meant to be used to learn. They are meant to be used as student teach, or as a student learn, or as teachers teach.
Right.
So the concept in itself, a smart classroom, entails that when you go in our schools, so far we have reached about 700 schools. So we normally have two rooms. One is equipped with 50 computers, and another 50 computers.
So 100 in total.
100 in total.
Yeah.
So in each room you will find that there is a projector. Apart from the projector, the internet connectivity is there. So the difference it is bringing is that it is not a computer lab, because a computer lab is meant where you go for computer literacy. So it is a room whereby any teacher, whether you teach geography, whether you teach physics, it is a room where you go and you deliver your lesson.
Right, but the target is to actually ensure by 2020 you're able to actually reach all the public schools in Rwanda. 2020 is just around the corner, but we all understand that not all schools, public schools in Rwanda, have access to electricity. Not all of them even have the luxury of having an extra room to actually have these computers or these ICT gadgets stored right there. So how are you dealing with this immediate challenge right now?
Thank you. In actual fact, that was the dream, that was the vision. We are still struggling to make sure that we achieve it. The issue of electricity is obvious, but you can hear from the Ministry of Infrastructure and even the local government, the existing effort to make sure that even in remote areas, as they get access to schools, first of all, priority is given to schools, hospitals, and so forth. So we can see through the SDGs and other existing government efforts that in the next 2 years, we shall be beyond 80%, if not closer to 100%. So for the issue of scarcity of classrooms, we still have a few areas where we do not have enough classrooms. But today you have an answer, like for the current budget, we are going to build a number of more rooms than we used to do in the past, because we could secure 5.6 billion francs that are only dedicated for classrooms. So meaning that this year and the forthcoming year, if we can even secure the same amount, we are going to have more classrooms available to host these computers.
Right. You speak of the budget. Sure. How much are we talking about in funding this entire project as far as 2020 is concerned, reaching the target that you talk about? How much are we looking at?
Maybe it is important to know the unit cost. A computer normally, the positivo that you deliver to school, the cost range between 240 and 270 US dollars per piece of computer, so you can multiply. It is a huge investment. That's the reason why we say that when these gadgets come to school, they have really to be utilized at the maximum.
And how different will this project be from the one laptop per child project, which had its own critics, as much as we had people praising the project of actually giving each child in school a laptop? How different will this be like?
The old PC was meant for primary schools. So these computers are given to P4, P5, and P6. While the smart classroom is meant for secondary schools. That is why actually we are targeting 150 secondary schools. So the smart classroom concept is targeting secondary schools.
Right.
And it is as per the ICT in education policy that was adopted by the year 2016.
So in the end, how far do you want to go? What sort of results do you anticipate after this particular initiative is actually achieved?
The ultimate achievement or dream that we want to achieve in the next future is to see that the graduates are properly prepared to face the labor market. So if the labor market has moved more digital, it is important that also learners have moved to digital. Second, there are more electronic learning resources available in the digital world than in the physical libraries. So that actually there are so many opportunities when you go digital than if you remain more paper-based. So in the end of the day, we are aiming to see our students well prepared, having enough knowledge into what they have learned, but also being able to surf on internet. Teachers also being able to prepare adequately, because the knowledge they have in textbooks is not enough. Even the student need to be more exposed.
So they can do some more research.
For sure, that's it.
Let's talk about the content of this, computer smart classrooms. Most of the people have actually argued that our education system needs to be decolonized. We seem to still be learning what doesn't even fit our own context, our own cultural values. How much of this is being considered as far as the content that is going to be fed in these ICT tools that these students will be using?
Yeah, thank you so much. In actual fact, the digital content that is being uploaded in these computers is contextualized because it is aligned with the competence-based curriculum that was developed and approved by the Rwandan Education Board as the implementation agency of the Ministry of Education. So even the digital content which is being developed to be used in these computers is contextualized and aligned to our curriculum. It is not a matter of downloading A, B, C, D, not fitting our context. No, the content which is there, of course, is aligned to our curriculum, but also we need to be open up, knowing that beyond our curriculum, our learners are the global citizens. So that's actually the web comes actually to supplement the existing content that we develop based on our context.
So if we have investors watching us right now, what sort of opportunities are there in actually plugging into this initiative?
I would say that the opportunities that are there, first of all, in terms of software, we do still need the type of software or platforms that can link the students or can link the schools, can even help the students to learn even after normal classroom. You know, learning should not only occur when you are in a fixed environment. So if we could have like investors coming with technologies that enable students to learn after class, teachers to know at what pace learners are learning, those students making improvement. So such kind of investment are really needed.
Thank you so much for your